All right. This video is going to go very briefly over just an overview of our website. So you are a little bit familiar with it, as well as our listings that we have there, where you'll find all the information for the properties. And then also some FAQ or some frequently asked questions documents that Kim and I have created and continue to edit as time goes by. So, and I'll make sure also to share these with you. But let me go ahead and um, share my screen. All right. So, as you can see here, this is our website. It's amazing. Kim put it together, so of course it's great. And she continues, to edit it and everything. Um, w so currently, her editing is a little bit of a bottleneck only because she, has her full-time job and it's not this. And so, she it really can only do this kind of in spare moments. And so we're talking about how to alleviate that. But for the time being, that's what's going on. But let me just show you a little bit about the website. And then I encourage you really to spend some time just, clicking and navigating around this website, so that you can yourself just know how it is, be familiar with it. We've got a lot of info on here, which is great. Um, and we very frequently have people contact us that just found us through Google. They were just searching and found us, and sometimes even have people, a lady reached out to me the other day asking about permits for Mojave County. I didn't know the answer, but she reached out to me because she found our website and just assumed that I would know. So, anyways, when you first pull up our website, you'll see this, and then you scroll down just a little bit. How does owner financing work? And a little bit of a description there. You can learn more by clicking there. And then this is one of the best things about our website, aside from the listings, and just how beautiful and wonderful this website is that Kim created, is this. See what our customers have to say about us. Um, I spent a lot of time trying to get some just customer or client testimonials for people. That way, it just helps further that trust. So as I'm chatting with people, and so much of it is online, and it's really difficult, as I'm sure you know, with trying to build that trust, to get people over that hurdle of they're, spending money and they found you online. And sometimes it's like multiple things of like, I saw you on Craigslist, and I already kind of feel like I hear these horror stories of scams on Craigslist. And by this point, we've all been scammed at least once, and know how it feels. And wait, you're wanting me to give you my credit card? You're wanting bank information, all this? And they don't know me from Adam, and maybe they find me on Facebook, and then they speak to me. But wait, I'm in Texas, but I'm looking at land in Colorado, but you've got a California number. What's going on? And wait, you said United Landco. I thought I was talking to Jace. Wait, you said your name is Jason. It can just be a lot of things. And so this goes a long way. Ultimately, there is some sort of, trust and leap of faith that you have to do. But this helps by people, they can just click on these. And if you ever want to send some of these, you can always go here where and the little, three dots, you can, click that and then click copy link. You can, go here where it says share, and click that, and then you can send those to people. And sometimes I will, in like maybe in an email, I'll reference this where they can see all these, and I'll take, just a screenshot of this, and then I'll include it in an email and say, hey, when you go to our website on the main page, just scroll a little bit down, you'll see this, you'll see all these videos, just click on them and just listen to what people say, you know? Um, and then a little bit on what we do. We intentionally included this so that you would see a picture of me and Kim. They can book a phone call with us just by clicking this. They can also click here and it will upload their info to our MailChimp so that they'll be getting weekly correspondences. And then down here, there's, some links, listings, the listings of our properties, how you can contact us, just off-grid living resources. That's such a huge component of this business of people wanting to live, quote unquote, off-grid. And so we just have a whole area on the website devoted to that. County specific off-grid resources, because Mojave County is going to allow things that Castilla won't, and vice versa. Counties are different. And then just in big and bold is our phone number right there. And we, make no attempt to hide the fact that we are, elsewhere. We're in California. So um, now, usually whenever you, I think I dismissed it, but the box that pops up. But usually when you go here, and if you stay here for any length of time, a little box will pop up asking if you'd like to, uh, you know, uh, basically give your info or get on the MailChimp, something like that. I forget how it's worded, but um, you can either click here and to view listings. Excuse me. This is raw land listings. Your land owning dream starts here. And then, there's the different properties that we offer. And then book a phone call or a property visit with us. So when you click this, like let's just say we're a customer or a client, potential client. When you click that, it gives you two options. So an example, a guy, his name is Eric, the other day clicked this and he clicked both phone call and property visit. So what he wanted to do was, he booked a phone call, and you can, of course, change the time zone to wherever you are. It'll still book it in my time zone so that I'm not confused as to what time to pick it up. But as you can see, I've got really wide open availability. And this syncs with my calendar. So, therefore, whenever they book, one, it will send me an email letting me know that I was booked, but also it's there in my calendar as a reminder so that I know to call them. In your chatting with people, um, if you know and talking to them, hey, this is a really hot lead, and I think Jason needs to chat with them, and I think we can get this person. We can, they want land, they're ready, or you're chatting with someone and they just want to speak to the landowner, they want to speak to the business owner, they want to speak to me. Then you can use this, and I really encourage you to do it because it's just kind of an obvious fact, but you're more likely to pick up your phone if you have an appointment and a scheduled call than uh if you say, okay, yeah, I'll have him give you a call, and you kind of get a general time frame, or or you just say, in the past, if I've ever said, okay, yeah, I'll give you a call tomorrow, I'm less likely to get a hold of them than if I say, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and, put something down in the books. What does 11 a.m. look like on Wednesday for you? Okay, great. Yeah, I'm free then. I'll give you a call at 11. And so then you can, book that time. And then as far as property visits, same thing. For property visits, you can pick the day and the time, and then that'll allow them to have a scheduled time to go see the property. Now, I don't ever meet the person at the property or offer that, just because I'm in here in California, and it would take a lot to get me to fly out to meet someone just for a property viewing. Very, very few circumstances would really provide that, because I would have to, pay for the plane ticket and just all of that. And for them just to look, we provide more than enough information where even if they don't have the exact markings of where the four corners of the property are, they do have all four corners of the GPS coordinates that are provided not just by me, they're confirmed and provided by the county, by their mapping system. And we also provide the center coordinate. Um, I can give them step-by-step instructions, directions from, any of the towns that are there in the county. So they have more than enough info to be able to get there and know what they're looking at. That's, my opinion. In the past, we also had people in the county go and put one of our signs down. We might implement that again, but it didn't really seem to make much of a difference. So that's why we just, kind of stopped doing it. But, um, anyways, so let's say you don't click on the listings button right there. You can also click listings right there. Again, there was also, down here, listings right there as well. Um, as far as just different things about the website, you can hover over about. You can read a little bit about us. Again, that's a picture of us at the beach with our two babies, our two dogs that we still have, Tiger and Margot. Picture of me and Kim again. This is a picture of me on one of our properties that's in Forbes Park there in Castilla County. A picture of us at the Great Sand Dunes National Park that's also there. Um, and so that is just a little bit about us and who we are, what we do. My background, my dad is an investor and financial advisor, has been doing it for, 45 years or more. And so it's just something that I've always been interested in and passionate about, but specifically land. And Kim and I both just, love everything outdoors, um, and love traveling, all of that. And then, we also, included this, little tidbit here just on how investing in land is just the best investment on earth. And just having something that is yours that is real and physical, and land value just continues to go up and up. And of course, with real estate, you might have momentary, dips, but it always goes up. And it is just a hard investment that is not swayed by, there were recent Bitcoin crashes. I mean, it's crashed so much. It's just, I don't know why people continue to invest in it. That's just personal opinion. Um, and then even, things like uh, 401k and, even, the I-9 bonds that people were going crazy about. It only provides, just a small annual percentage, whereas something like real estate is just will get you hand over fist. And so a really great investment. And just again, us just saying, the reason why we have it as United is because we're united with you to just help you get land, help you get a little slice of this beautiful nation to call your own. So that's a little bit on us. And then you can either hover over there, or you can see the exact same things, or over on the side here. This is a little bit on what you can do with raw land. There is a little here on just learning more. And what we also hope to do is just uh, add value to people's understanding of why this is so amazing of an opportunity. Is that, okay, well, maybe they're only considering getting land to camp, but if that's really the extent of what you're thinking, then you don't value it as much as if you really realize, hey, land appreciates in value. And so you might buy land from us for 5,000 and have some incredible experiences, trips, memories, all of that. And then when you sell it in 10 years, it could be 10,000, and um, that is an incredible opportunity. And so you have all of those memories that and things that can't be taken away, but you also got your money plus, back. Um, and also they aren't making any more of it. So really now is an urgent opportunity to and calling to get land if you're interested, because it is, it's getting so much of it continues to be purchased and sold, and so um, they're not making any more of it, so you might as well get some. And right now, we're not really technically able to buy portions of other planets, so we're really stuck to this one. And then it's also just a hands-off investment. Unlike, I have friends that, flip homes, that they buy homes and rent them out, things like that. And that's great as well. The advantage of doing what we're doing is that you don't have to deal with broken pipes, toilets, mold, any of that type of stuff. We had a house and we were renting for a little while, and it was great. It really was, and we made a profit. But there were so many anxiety filled moments where we would all of a sudden get a call, and a pipe down in the basement had a water pipe had blown and was just, going off, going crazy. And that was all of a sudden a huge bill. Or not long after renting, the AC just went out, and just things like that that can provide a lot of headaches. And then getting raw vacant land, which is what we sell, it is way more affordable than developed land or getting a home. So if it's something that, we often will get questions of if we have any land that already has quote unquote hookups, if they have, electricity, utilities, blah, blah, blah. And I we rarely do, unless it's by accident. But what I always like to add in there is at the current moment we don't. I will say the advantage of that, and it's a huge advantage, is that if we were selling land with utilities, it would immediately be at the very least double. It's going to be a lot more expensive because just of having that there. And um, that's just, across the market. That's not a personal decision. That's just how it is. Buying it will be so much more. So selling it is going to be so much more. Whereas you can a lot of times save by getting raw land and having it done yourself. Um, Now, and then also in some of these more remote areas, it costs so much to get like power lines run out to a property that if you find one that has it, and you're probably paying through the nose. But then you do get properties, like we do have one potential one right now that we're looking at, that it's remote, but there's a house maybe, you know 100 yards, maybe less than that, away, that has power. So it is possible. And then kind of like what I was saying earlier about the rentals, it's low risk. No one's going to be able to steal your investment. And yeah, and then you can ask a question. You can do this by asking question. You can make a comment and everything, and that'll go to us. Um, and then as far as yeah, we looked at that, learning more how it works, um, finding the right property. This is just kind of taking you through the like 30,000-foot view bullet points of what it would be like to work with us. So it's getting in touch with us and finding the right property for you, kind of, hearing what you want, where you're looking, narrowing down. If you're looking at our properties, you're gathering that we right now are in Colorado and Arizona, and specifically in just two counties. We are looking at others, but that's right now where we are. Uh, and then, filling out your info, so that, let's say you do find something, or we have something for you that you want, getting, just some necessary info for the paperwork, uh, purchasing your property and deciding whether you want to pay terms or in cash. Real quick thing about our properties, and when you look at them, the difference between the two pricings. So, um, I know when I first began this, I didn't fully understand it, so it was hard for me to communicate it. You probably already do, but you'll see a terms price, and then you'll see a discounted cash price. A lot of times people might see that cash price and think that is the price, and that when they're looking at the terms price, of course, because terms everywhere has interest, they think that, oh, well, you're selling this property for 6,000, but your terms price adds up to 8. Just an example. Um, you're charging interest, but you're saying you're not charging interest. No, no, no. We don't charge interest. The terms price is the price. So the price of the property is 8,000 in this example. The price of the property is 8,000. And we're giving you the ability to pay that on terms. A lot of people, if the price of the property is 8,000, you can pay 8,000 in cash, or if you want to make payments, they'll add interest and it's going to be more than 8,000. For us, we're saying if the price of the property is 8,000, which the terms price is always the price, we're literally taking that 8,000 and just dividing it evenly amongst the months. You're not paying interest. The cash price, and the reason why it's called the discounted cash price, is because if you want to pay in full, we'll give you an added incentive. Not only are we not charging interest and a whole lot of other things that we're not doing, which makes our business way better than most, um, in my opinion. Um, uh, we are also taking off, we're discounting anywhere between 15 to 20% off a property whenever you decide that you want to pay in full. We've done that every time. Um, and now sometimes people might ask, well, let's say I, agree to pay terms for 5 years. I pay 2 and I want to, pay early. Can I then pay the cash price? No. If you agree to pay the terms price, you're paying the terms price. Now, if it's something where, and I've done this, if it's something where you want to pay terms for the first couple of months and then settle up, okay, I'll honor the cash price. Now we're going to do the terms price because if it goes longer and you just keep dragging it out, you're just going to pay the terms price. I'm not going to go back. Um, Hopefully that, makes sense. But this, helps you see a little bit on how that process is. And then, as far as transferring the deed and the title and paperwork and all that kind of stuff, I can do a separate video on that. But you saw the contact us page. The money back guarantee, this is letting them know, and this is not something that a lot of other businesses do, but this is something that we offer, to just again further give that trust and uh yeah, trust. I'm blanking on the other word that I was going to use, but um this, hopefully helps them get over that hump as well in deciding to go with this. But if they're looking for land and they are really thinking about snagging this property, they just don't know for any number of reasons. This is something I also like to mention. Now, I used to mention it a lot, but I don't want to necessarily encourage people to just put money down and then, especially when they're like, I don't know, and then it's almost a guarantee that, they're going to be, I'm going to have to refund. Now, technically, if someone did that, and they, did the down payment, let's say the down payment is, and we used to do a reserve fee where you could reserve or hold the property for $100. You could reserve it for 72 hours. I stopped doing that just because people were abusing it. People would, they would put $100 down and then expect to hold it for a week. They would just keep dragging it out and keep saying, yeah, 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 I'm into it, I'm into it. And they would never follow through. Um, And then also I had to deal with refunding $100, and it's just a waste of my time. It takes a few days. Then people get mad that they have to wait, even though that's how long all refunds take. Nothing is instant unless you're doing cash in person. Um, but also, if we're doing the 30-day money back guarantee, what I added in here is if someone is dead set, they like want to put the down, but they're then going to want a refund. I used to do 100% back, but there's fees that then I incur with some of this. So I no longer do that. Now on a cash sale, um, so you know, and even with this, I have a little bit of a time limit. But if someone bought a property for cash and decided, oh, you know what, I went out, and so I had this happen. They bought it for cash. They went out, took a look at it, decided they didn't want it. Um, I'm not giving them a refund for that. That's no way. That no one would do that. Now, what I offered to do is that I could exchange it for a property of equal or less value. Now, the thing is it, and I also let people know this, is that, with something like that, it also depends on what I have, so you're not going to exchange a $3,000 property for a 12,000, or you're not going to exchange a flat property with sagebrush for this property with all these aspens and pine. That's not equal. Um, and likewise, you're not going to exchange, a 1 acre property for a five or something like that. It has to be reasonable. But also, if I don't have it, I'm not going to go out and pay cash and buy a whole nother property just to exchange something with you so that you feel good. It's ultimately on you, on the buyer, just like when you buy a car or a home, it's on you to do the proper inspections. And so I can't just handhold you through every aspect of this. At the end of the day, this is a business. It's not, I'm not the guy down the street. And then as far as terms, if, worst case scenario, they decide, 29 days in, hey, you know what, I think I made a mistake, or for X, Y, or Z reason, need to do a refund. I'll refund the principal um, that they paid for the property, but I am not refunding, say, for example, the $250 document processing fee. So that's just, how it is. And people actually, they understand that. I've had to do that twice. And in the time that we've, offered this, and people have understood, they get it. Um, so that is pretty much that. As far as the listings, I'll just click on one of them as an example. When you click view the property, some of them will have uh, the footage of the land. If we are able to get footage and we edit it, and we'll usually put it up on YouTube, and then put it right here in the website. We try to do that just to also give a little bit more of a feel of the land than some pictures. When you click on it, you'll have we provide all the info, GPS coordinates, pricing, all of that. We give, a nice description. We give, a main picture that's always really gorgeous of the property. The only quote unquote editing that we ever do to the photos is maybe brighten it up a little bit, but that's it. We're not airbrushing anything out or anything like that. Um, we'll always provide, the terms payments, the cash price, the thing about how much the down is, the document processing fee, and then the option to close with either one. And when you click on that, for example, it'll take you over to where you can click that to make the down payment and enter your pay info, which down payments are always taken by either a credit or a debit card. No other means. I have made exceptions in the past. I'd rather not. This is just much more secure and easy and immediate. And then here's the info that they fill out for the paperwork. and then they click submit, it immediately goes to me, and I'm able to implant that into, their closing documents. Um, and then, here are all the property details that we've compiled. Here's a lot more pictures on the land, more property info, and then here's some of those, same pictures that are just kind of, scrolling. This is just a courtesy. We put in what the property is near so that you get a good idea of how far away it is from town, the highway, some, key things in the county, and also some things outside, like this ski area that's only an hour and 20 minutes away. This one that's an hour and a half, Colorado Springs, Denver. And then you can learn more about Castilla County itself right there. You can click on any one of these landmarks to read more about those. Um, and then as far as FAQs, um, here are some main ones. We didn't include every FAQ, but those are some main ones that we tend to get. But you can also book a call with us if you have more questions. Um, Off-grid living resources. So there's going to be different topics, from living off-grid to finding the right property, off-grid water, power, sewer, that kind of stuff. What's it like living off-grid? This is from someone that works with us in Mojave County. This is she and her name is Deanne, her and her husband. This is an interview that they gave with us. Again, they help us out when we're looking at properties in Mojave County. They're a great couple. She's really, really awesome, really kind. And these are some county specific off-grid resources. So if you're looking at Castilla, you can click here. Mojave, you can click there. That's a little bit on our website. And so I really encourage you to just take a little bit of time. And obviously, you don't have to memorize this, but it is good to be familiar. That way, if you're chatting with someone, you know where to go or where to direct them. And it also helps because it gives you a little bit more of a feel of what we do and why we do it, as well as, there are some things that you'll just start to pick up answers that when someone's asking me about well depths in Castilla County, I pretty much know certain areas about how much it would be, as well as know the major highways and, usually how long it takes to get to certain places. And some of that just becomes secondhand as you're looking on all this, and just helps in that conversation. That way, I'm not just constantly after every question, like, I don't know. But that being said, it is more than okay to say I don't know, and that you would get back to them, write down any questions that they're asking. And that might be something too. As people ask, you can, write down questions, and as you find out the answer, it can kind of help you. That's how we built the, FAQ, was just by talking to people and hearing their questions. Um, so that's a little bit on the website. I'll make more videos and share those with you. Thank you so much.